Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Honesty Podcast with your girl Word. Listen, y'all, it took a lot for me to come on because literally my teeth was killing me. Well, my wisdom tooth I had a little situation with, but neither here or there. I still had to come in and definitely touch bases with this particular story, which, as you know, it hit home for a lot of people who was a fan. Most of all, his family. Um, so reportedly in the news, Rich Homie Quan passed away on September 5th. And for those of you who are not familiar with Rich Homie Quan, he is a beloved rapper that is from Atlanta. He was first confirmed dead from TMZ, and his family, friends, and fans and loved ones was definitely left searching for answers after hearing the reports come out onto TMZ. Um, it's rumored to say that he passed away from a overdose. However, everybody was stating that that's what it is, but the medical examiner has not fully released why or confirmed, better yet, why the cause of death happened. Um, it's so sad because when you think about and you know for yourself, he's a known name, but it's a lot of young people right now that's engaging in these drugs that are taking them out. And a lot of times these drugs are laced with different things that can cause the heart to stop and do internal damage that you definitely, as you can see, you may not come back from. Um, the Office of the Fulton County Medical Examiner performed an autopsy on Daquan Lamar, aka Richard Homie Quan, on September 6th. They shared the cause and manner of death is still pending. The complication of the laboratory studies and the microscopic examination of the tissue slides. They're still pending. They're still waiting on it. So it's not fully confirmed that that's what took place and that's what his cause of death was. But from insiders who know of him personally, and I've came across a few interviews that he spoke on, and he spoke on being addicted to Molly, which is a street drug that's out here that a lot of times these rappers get introduced, as well as, the singers, all these entertainers, better yet, they get introduced to some of these drugs like Molly and cocaine because they got to be out on tour. They got to be out here doing so much to keep themselves up and keep themselves energetic. And it's sad because when they get introduced to it, they get hooked. And when I tell you, I can think back from Juice World, like all these young, talented rappers passing away. But like I said, it's even young people that are not known. They're just regular people, right? And they're still able to get their hands on the same drugs, and they're out here using it and they're dying, literally. So, Rich Homie Quan, he was a very talented kid for the most part. When I got introduced to him through my baby father. When I first heard Rich Homie Quan and Young Thugger, it was inside of my baby father's car. And the beat, his sound, everything was just like, it just gave you that type of energy and that type of feeling. Um, and he also went through his trials and tribulations when it came down to this whole music shit. Him and Young Thugger were good friends for a very long time. And then their separation happened as they started to grow in the entertainment business. But I'll go deeper into that on another live. Um, I want to clarify something also because a lot of times it's so much different things is put out into the media. For those of you who are hearing that the woman by the name of Amber Williams, which is his baby mother that he has two children with. They were sharing a home together, but he also had a next young lady that he was dealing with on the side by the name of Erica Banks. And Erica Banks is the one who found him dead. In fact, and I just want to go by verbatim what her words were. So pretty much she basically said, my boyfriend, he's been asleep on the couch since this morning. She says, well, he never came to bed last night asleep on the couch. I left him on the couch before I took my son to school. This morning I put a blanket over him, and now I just checked on him again because he never got up. I don't feel a heartbeat. I don't see him breathing, and he seems to be foaming at the mouth. So that was the 911 call that Erica Banks had made that was dropped by TMZ. And that whole situation also I want to dive into and also talk about because that's also a touchy situation where Erica Banks is getting a lot of backlash because of her exposing their relationship after his passing. However, I don't think that she exposed it. I do think that Amber Williams had to know to some degree about Erica Banks just because he is a public name and they have been spotted on multiple occasions in different places together. But like I said, I'll touch that on another. That's like another topic I want to discuss and talk about, but it's just not the time right now. I totally send my condolences out to his family. I heard reports of his father being put into the mental institution right now just because him and his father had a close relationship. They were like best friends, and not too long ago, the father was shot. And Rich Homie Quan did an interview, just talking about what happened with his father being shot or whatever. And then fast forward to now, his father is having to bury his child. So I could only imagine um, the mental anguish and emotional anguish that he is feeling at this point because I don't think nobody wants to bury their child. And it's like no matter how old your child gets, it's still your child. And that's just something that no parent wants to do. I mean, it's just that deep. But I definitely just wanted to touch base with this particular story when it comes down to Rich Homie Quan. It's sad because his birthday is coming up next month, October 4th. And he didn't get a chance to make it to his 34th birthday. In the news, they were saying that he was 34 years old, but he's 33. He'll make 34 next month. Um, but the reason why is because it's too much of our young people right now, you know what I mean, that's dying by these pills, mollies, um, scissor, whatever they call that shit that everybody's out here drinking. Listen, I'm in New York, and when I walk the streets, I feel like I'm almost back in like the 80s or some shit because the amount of addicts that I come across just walking outside and I look at them, when I tell you, we talking about 21 years, 25, 18. We talking about young people strung out on the streets. I done seen the most horrendous shit out here in New York. It's been something that I feel like our young people are under attack. And this is why it's so much other shit that's happening. And we ask ourselves, like, damn, what will make this person want to go and murder this person by running down on them and taking a knife and stabbing them in their neck or throwing a baby out the window? Like, you really got to think about what is sending these people off the fucking bridge, because some of the shit that you see, that you hear, is so outlandish, but it's something that's helping contribute to those behaviors. With that being said, I will come back when I get more information, and through Fulton County Medical Examiner, once they release their full observation of what was his cause of death, then I will come back and I will also discuss that. As of right now, it has not been confirmed, but however, it's still something that if you got children, you got a family member that's out there doing drugs, or like, take the time out and speak to them. Listen, it's not to say that they're going to turn around and say, oh, I'm not going to do this drug no more. But at least if you keep on speaking, it's sometimes a playback. So it's almost like a movie. You go get the drug, and you going to go do the drug, but you get a flashback of your aunt, your cousin, your mom telling you, no, don't do it. It's going to kill you. Don't do it. Sometimes these young people got so much pain and they don't know how to express their pain because they were never taught how to be able to communicate. And now is the time for us as a people, and it starts at home. So start with yours first. You can't go out there to assist nobody else unless you start at home first. Talk to your kids. Ask them questions. How was your day today? How are you feeling? And guess what? Allow them to voice what their feelings are, because even if what they say may bother you, at least you have an idea of where their mindset is. So that way you could tap in a little bit more. And now you're also giving them a safe zone and an outlet to be able to express themselves, because as well as they're taking drugs at a heighten, they're also out here committing suicide in so many different ways. And they can't even begin to realize it because they're not seeing what's happening. You know, it's too much of a cloudiness. And I can speak from just experience of just certain experiences myself throughout my life. If I can go back, I can think of a lot of experiences. But like I said, peace, Puerto Rican 360, peace. But like I said, it's just like it's definitely um devastating if that is what he passed away from. Um, like I said, it's sad. You know, he had a whole life ahead of him. On top of that, he was just about to come back in to the music industry and do collaborations. He had a lot of collaborations getting ready to come out next year. Um, so it's just sad that he wasn't even able to do that. And like I said, his birthday's next month, and he's not even able to see his birthday. It's so much other things I want to be able to jump into, guys, also, but I definitely got to head out to work. As y'all know, I am an overnight worker. So I definitely got to get ready to head out to work. But yeah, I'm definitely going to come back and discuss a few more things in regards to Rich Homie Quan. Like I said, I send my condolences out to his family. Um, you know, his mom, his dad, and most of all his kids. You know, no child should have to grow up without a father. And for the most part, from what I understand, he definitely was in his children's lives. So my hearts definitely go out to the children most of all. Um, but like I said, you know, talk to your kids. Talk to your kids because it's a lot of people, a lot of energies that be that'll come to your kids and sway your kids a whole different direction. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we get all flustered because it's like, how you don't know better? You grew up like this, but it's not even about them knowing better. You know what I mean? It's sometimes we may not understand. They may be going through something and we may not understand it because we feel like, look, I provided you with the best life. I gave you what I thought you needed. You know what I mean? And not realizing that sometimes it's just a little bit deeper than that. And we got some kids, unfortunately, that, you know, some parents out here were doing drugs with their children that caused their children to be born with medical, you know, chemical imbalances within the body that causes mental issues. And let's make this quite clear. Not because you have mental issues that you are dumb, stupid, or any of those things. But can you imagine being a person that may be suffering with mental issues and how those days may look for you? Like it's a commercial that play on the TV, and it's based under depression, and it's a lady that walks around with a circle, and the circles that she have in her hand have a face, and one has a happy face and one has a frowning face, and the commercial was basically depicting that I walk out here every day with this face on like I'm happy and I'm good, but in reality I can't even see my way. I'm feeling dark. I'm dying inside. But can anybody see me? No, because what I'm showing them is that I'm okay. And sometimes, even when you have friends, you know, check on the friends that you think may be your stronger friends. You still need to tap in with the ones that you think are your strong friends too, because they are going through something. You know what I mean? They may be having to hear somebody tell them, oh, you're going to be okay. You got this. Come on, let's pray. You're going to get through this. You're strong. You know what I mean? So I say that to say, I just want to stop seeing our young people just give their lives away. And like I said, if allegedly the cause of young homie Quan's death is behind an overdose, it saddens me because it's literally happening every single day in every part of the world. And I just told you from the part that I'm from, that I'm seeing it. You know what I mean? But like I said, RIP to Rich Homie Quan and breathing in spiritual life because his birthday's next month. So wishing him a spiritual birthday and sending my condolences out to his family. And like I said, I will be continuing to follow up on this story, especially as I find out more information, and I'll keep you guys updated. As y'all know, I appreciate y'all for always coming out and just taking the time out to listen to my commentary and taking the time out to hit the up like button to help me get into the algorithm. This is the Honesty Podcast with your girl Word. You guys have a beautiful night. I will be back with another video. So stay tuned, y'all. Peace.